What's good, everybody? What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Diamond Hovey. You feel me? And I haven't done a video like this in so long, so bear with me. If the video's a little long, you feel me? If you're a soldier, lock in. Make sure you enjoy this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell on the side. So I wanted to talk to people today about your self-peace and your awareness. Now, a lot of people might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Your self-peace and your awareness. Now, if you've been on my channel, you've seen me make videos like this before. I used to have spiritual videos back in 2020 during COVID because that was a major time for me personally to dig into myself because I had nothing but time with myself. So I had to learn what's my flaws, what's my perks in life, what's good things about myself, what's bad things, what I have to work on, what I have to get rid of, what I have to just touch up on as a human being, as a growing adult and as a growing man. So I feel as though self-love is something that everybody needs to learn, or at least attempt to understand for themselves, because you only have yourself, number one. Number two, the only person that's really technically going to take care of yourself how you would take care of yourself is you. And it's easy to get seduced and sidetracked with how the way life goes, just because everything in the world is definitely a distraction to keep you away from something bigger than you're already aligned to. You feel me? So, like how social media may keep you scrolling all day, all hours of the day, just looking through stuff, just nonchalantly, not really understanding what you're doing, but you're wasting time. I'm here to tell people that you actually have to put more time into yourself to get a better outcome. And even if you are putting more time into yourself, you have to continue to put time into yourself so it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. You feel me? And I just recently spoke on COVID. COVID was probably one of the worst years of my life and best years of my life, but worst years of my life mentally. Only because I was really in a bad space, because certain shit that was happening in my life that wasn't in my control. So it was dictating my emotions, and it was actually putting me through things that I couldn't control, couldn't handle, didn't have the answers to until I was really locked down with myself on quarantine like the rest of the world. But I didn't know how to deal with it because, like I said, every day in life you might go through something bad, go through something good, you go through something awful, but life always has you either thinking about it and it's on your mental, but you're also doing a million other things that keep you distracted, but you never really properly healed from it. And that's one of my problems. I do stuff or go through stuff and don't properly heal from it. But I mean, that's how I used to be. I'm still learning. I still have my flaws, but you have to learn to overcome certain stuff that you can't really dictate. That goes from friends, that goes for relationships, that goes from family members, job opportunities. No matter what you're doing, you have to lock in with yourself. You have to make sure that yourself is happy. You have to make sure that you're doing something for yourself and not other people. Like me personally, I'm a caring person, I'm a giving person. I do anything for anybody that I consider that I like or even love, you feel me? But at the end of the day, that doesn't always get you where you need to be in life. And it doesn't always get you the good parts back. Like, just because you might be a good person or you might do good things don't mean that somebody else or the next person is going to do it, or the person that you actually are doing good for is going to appreciate it how you appreciate giving to them because you care. There might be a lot of situations where you might feel as though you're lost, you're not understanding what's going on, but you have to really sit down once again and take time for yourself. You have to subtract the negative in your life. If you have people in your life that you feel as though don't really hold no weight, or you're always one-sided, like you're always doing something, you're always reaching out, you're always giving, you're always giving advice or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. But long as you're doing your job and they're never returning it, or not, or you feel as though they're not being appreciative, or you feel me, respecting it in a manner that they should, you have to just cut people loose. A lot of people are just around just to see what you're doing, just to be around you for the hype because of your name or your stature or whatever's going on, or they might just genuinely not know themselves, so they copy every single thing that you do, but not knowing that the things that they're doing is interfering with how y'all mesh. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to understand a person's role in your life. Rather, it's this is how they are, so I'm going to accept it and love them from afar and not really play them close, or you just cut them off altogether. Now, the people that are genuinely in your life, you will know that. You will feel it in your heart. You'll feel it in your heart and you'll feel it in your mind. Anybody that's genuinely for you, you will never have to second guess. You will never have to question them, and you will never have to just have any form of bad thoughts, because you already know how they are approaching you and the situation and even the relationship, no matter what it is. You feel me? So I feel like a lot of people just need to learn who's for them and who's not for them, in a sense to where you have to learn yourself first before you can try to learn anybody else. Like I said before, like one of my close people right now that I'm starting to understand a whole lot more and actually known but didn't know her. You feel me? Autumn, 100%. This video goes out to you because she said some real truthful shit to me the other day. Everybody has the same 24. It depends on what you do with it. It depends on what you do with your 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. We're all placed on this planet to do something. Everybody is created for something. You're not created for nothing. That doesn't make sense, because there's people that didn't get to experience life at all. God bless them. There's people that didn't wake up today. God bless them. Every day that you wake up, you have to make today or the day that you're present in better than the last. Even if your last day was phenomenal, you have to make today beautiful. You always got to make the next day better, because that's what progress is. If you're not planning on making the next day better, or the next week better, or the next month or the next year better, you're not working towards nothing. It's all about your end goal. And that's what she told me too also, and I that was a strong message to me. It's all about your end goal. What do you want to be remembered as? What do you want to go down as? What do you want to have passed down to the people that's under you? What are you going to be able to teach somebody? It's not about the materialistic things. It's not about the things that you can. I could get you a million AirPods, the new Xbox, or whatever Louis bags you want, whatever Gucci shoes you want, whatever you feel me, like Prada belt you want. I can get you all of that, but at the end of the day, that's all materialistic things. It's the things that's up here that'll last in here and be felt here forever. That's what you have to focus on, and that's another thing about awareness and self-love. You have to love yourself to the point to where you have to read your body, and also know you have to read your body in a sense, because your body is going to naturally tell you what you need. And my dad tells me that all the time. You have to read your body. Just sit, relax. Your body will tell you what you need. And if you actually care that much, you'll get to read and you'll get to understand, and you'll actually get to dissecting and breaking down what it's trying to interpret for you. And then you will naturally gravitate to what you need. And the awareness part is just like I said, you have to understand what's for you and what's not for you. Because if you're dealing with stuff that's toxic, or you're dealing with stuff that you feel as though doesn't, like I said, if it really don't hold no weight, and it's just there because of the time that passed, or the history that passed, or the stature that you think something has that can't be lived without, or you can't go without, you gotta cut shit short. You only get this life one time. You get to be this person one time. You might have a million kids, all the money in the world, one of the greatest lives, but if you weren't right up here mentally, and you weren't able to really give back, or teach people something, or at least relay a message, or have a good, what's the word for it, I can't even think of the word, like if you can't have something that can be passed down or remembered forever, I feel as though you just wasted everything. I know life is built to make you wake up, work, do whatever you can in the meantime, go to sleep, and then repeat that cycle 7 days a week, 365 days. The minute you're born, the time is ticking. The minute you're born, your watch starts until it stops, and we all know what that means. But you have to make time valuable. Just like I took my time out today to speak to y'all, and I didn't really have to, or you took your time out to even click on my video to watch it, to see what I'm talking about. You took time out your day to come do something that means something to me. Because a lot of people don't have anybody to talk to. A lot of people are in a closed shell. A lot of people just isolate themselves, and then once again, like I said, they deal with the bad things and then go do shit that makes them distracted, which never really helps anything because it's still on your mental. You never really cope with it. You've never really dealt with. A lot of people may use drugs, alcohol. Me, I use game, and they might go outside, but you have to at least face the fact, understand what it is, take it as is, consume it in a sense to where you ate it, you took it up, you understand it, you got it, you're not worried about it no more. Now, it's easier than said than done because certain situations dictate how much impact it had on your life and how much time it's actually going to take. So I'm not saying shit comes overnight. I'm not saying that you have to deal with stuff and just let it go automatically. Like me personally, I have a bad problem with holding grudges. I have a bad problem with not wanting to forgive you. Like if you burn that bridge, you cross me one time, it's chalk. Like I'll never be able to forgive you. You feel me? There's certain people in my life that is just like, I did all of this, I made sure you was all right, I did this for you, you asked me for this, but then you burn me behind my back because you wanted something that I had. Like that's this weird movement. That's goofy shit to me personally. Like I don't know what kind of characteristics or personality that takes, or even mindset for that to be operating in somebody else's head. If somebody's doing good to you, why do bad to them? You feel me? That's kind of like a little weird evilness that the world then taught people, or that we then like weirdly like inherited from somewhere. I don't know how, but you feel me? Like you have to understand who's for you and who's not for you, and you have to take out more time for yourself, to learn yourself, to eat better for yourself, to work out, to just read and to feed your mind, your thoughts, your body. It's not, and like I said, a lot of stuff is made to corrupt you and just sweep a lot of real shit under the carpet. A lot of stuff. Social media is the number one thing. Relationships, I can say, is like the number. I don't want to really give it no number, but relationships can tie you down and distract you and pull you away from a lot of shit, especially if you're with a person that doesn't bring the good out of you, number one, or is only with you for a certain thing and not really for yourself. Those things right there can waste so much time. Now you down the line, you 3-4 years into somebody that really has never done nothing. Yeah, the intercourse might be good, the energy once in a while might be good, but as a whole, when you look back on it, the situation was never good. Same thing goes with friendships. You might be friends with somebody since diapers. It doesn't matter how long you knew the person. It's about how is the person towards you. How does the person benefit your life? And it's not about what somebody can do for you, but when you think of the word selfish, like my dad always said, I'm giving credit to you, because every word, and that goes to both my grandparents, that goes to my friends, my mom, my dad, everybody that speaks wisdom into me. But it's all about how the person is to you. The word selfish has the word self in the beginning. Like my dad says, you have to worry about yourself first. Like I've been telling y'all the whole video, focus on yourself. You know what you can provide to other people. You know what you come with. You know when it's a clean slate, what you're going to bring to the table. You already know off the rip. To any situation, and that's just your natural gift. If you're a person that's like for myself, when I walk into your life, I know if we locked in, I'm going to always have you. I give you whatever you need. I'm going to always give you little weird gifts that I know that you like. I'm always going to give you advice. I'm going to always be able to help you with something in life. It's not all about the material shit. I'm going to give you shit up here that even when I'm long gone, you're going to remember. I'm one of those people to make sure that I drop gems, and I make sure that I'm always doing something that you can remember me by. That's the stuff that matters the most. I can get you this Gucci bag right now and the shit can rip tomorrow. But if I teach you how to cook this, or I teach you how this operates, or teach you how to fix your car in this way, or fix your computer this way, or something that you may had a question for and I was the only person that had that answer for, you're going to be able to remember that, to be like, damn, he told me this, or he put me on this. That's what matters to me more than anything. And it took me a long time to get like that. Just really, like I said, this really based off of me being locked in my shell for a long period of time. I think my shell started to develop probably as like a sophomore. So what's that? 11th, no, 10th grade. Yeah, probably like 10th or 11th grade. My shell definitely developed around, and just because you're in high school, you're thinking everybody's for you, everybody's happy, but then that's when the backdoor shit starts to happen. That's when you really see people change. You start to understand who's fake, who's real, what not to be around, what kind of personnel you want to be around, what kind of energy you want to have in your life. So I feel as though high school really changed my mindset onto the outlook of people. And me personally, I can say this the most genuine way possible, and it's not even because when I make these videos, I kind of try to tell you about myself without feeling judged, because I don't come here, I'm not worried about nobody judging me. I didn't already judge myself. I didn't got comfortable in my skin to even get on camera and just not really let you in, but just let you know that you're not the only person that go through weird shit. I'm just broadcasting and telling you my truth, because I've accepted my truth and I've dealt with my truth and I'm working on my truth. But my biggest downfall was probably females. Just in the sense to where I got to the point to where I feel as though I could not have one. Like, did that make sense? Like, I felt like even if it was a friend, it doesn't matter. Everything doesn't have to be relationship, but I feel as though I've always had to have a female around me just to keep that balance or that other spontaneous like energy in my life. Because having a bunch of males in your life is cool. You feel me? You always gonna have your bros. You always gonna have the niggas that you love being with, that you like seeing or whatever. But I just feel as though females was always something that I had to have around me, and it wasted so much of my time, and it took me out of so many great possible things just because I was so seduced and trying to be locked in with a female in some instance. And I had to learn that by myself. Like, you have to get away from them, because once again, whether it's female, male, it doesn't matter. How is the person up top? How is the person in here? How does the person really operate? How do they think? And if you don't know no better, if you're one of those people that if you easily influence, or you don't know no better, or you never had nobody put no game on you, or let you know the ropes or how certain shit goes, or whatever the case may be, you can be stuck in the matrix. You can be stuck in some weird ass energy and low vibration for a long time. For a long ass time, to the point to where you don't even know it, but it's like you're not conscious of it, but you're in it. You're in it. Like, a lot of people get seduced into shit that they don't know is bad for them until it blows up and they're like, oh, that's so awful. Now you done wasted all time. You never step back, looked at yourself. You never took time out for yourself because you was too busy putting time into a whole bunch of other shit that didn't matter or make sense. You feel me? So I just need y'all to love yourself before you try to love anybody else, to be aware of what's around you. If the person doesn't even give you damn near 80%, 75% of the energy that you give them, or they don't meet your standards for your lifestyle, you have to get rid of them. It's your life. You get this life one time. It's your world. It's your world. We're just all living in it. And that goes for everybody that's watching. This is my world and y'all living in it. Whoever's watching this is your world, and if I know you, I'm living in it. So I'm trying to make the world that I'm living in for you better for you. You just have to be able to do it, vice versa for me. Rather, it's bad people that hate on you. Might have somebody that you know in your whole life and they don't even fuck with you now, and they don't even know why they don't fuck with you. I had to learn to cope with that too. With certain people that I really thought was super close to me the whole time. You don't even like me. Don't even like me. Don't really want me around. You just here because it's whatever the case may be. You want something I got. You like the people I'm around. You like what I come with. This or that. But at the end of the day, you really don't like me. That can go for family and friends. It really don't matter. It go both ways. When you take the title off and stuff, look at people for how they are as human beings. The title don't mean shit. If they treat you like shit, they treat you like shit. A random can treat you phenomenal, and a person you know your whole life can act funny to you. So the labels really never matter. The titles is just something that we've, as human beings, gifted to a certain section of people, but it really don't matter. Take the title away. Look at people for who they are, inside and out. You got to love yourself before you love anybody else, and you got to be aware to understand what's for you and what's not for you, what's good and what's bad, what will progress your life and what will decline your life. You got to lock in with yourself, because that's all you got. You get this life one time. You get to be here one time. You get to experience this phenomenal, whatever this is, being human one time. You got to make the most of it. You got to be able to teach people something. You got to be able to relay a message that can be remembered forever. Whether it's little or small, it doesn't matter. Knowledge is knowledge. Long as it's something valuable that can be taught and heard by somebody else, that's the bigger picture. And that's what matters to me personally. And that's just how I live my life. So I'm just letting anybody know, if anybody deals with depression and anxiety, listen to your body. You dedicate time to a lot of stuff that don't matter. Dedicate time to yourself, because you're the person living in your body. You're the person eating, breathing, living, sleeping in your body. You are you. You have to do better for yourself before even attempting to love or care or do for anybody else. If you can't do for yourself, there's no way that you're going to be able to do for somebody else. That doesn't even make sense. And if you are capable of doing it, you're going to get burnt out because you don't even have yourself right. But make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell on the side. Shout out to Autumn. Shout out to my little brother Mike. Twitch down in the description at Ghost215. Shout out to my whole family and anybody that like and subscribe this joint. I love you, and I'm out this joint. Let's get it.